Yo, what's going on everyone? It's your boy Pup. We're back for week 3 of the PPL. Today we are facing off against Daria, who has an incredibly scary team. Especially worried about that TERA Hydrapple on her side. Darkrai can be really annoying, and the TERA, Galarian, Zapdos are all huge threats for my squad. I also think stuff like Skeledirge and Tinkaton can be really annoying defensively. So let's see what we're bringing this week to be able to take them on. As always, put up a team builder yesterday if you guys want to check out the nitty gritty of all these sets, but we've got a couple of really fun stuff here. We have a TERA Poison Como with Sword Stance and just a bunch of physical attacks. This thing can take hits from Zapdos. We got a TERA Ghost Iron Treads with a Chople Berry. The TERA Ghost is really bait, but Chople Berry is there just in case we need it. Rapid Spin plus EQ destroys their entire team. Klefki is really cool here to be able to switcheroo a Lagging Tail onto the opponent's team, and they have very terrible hazard control, so we can get free spikes. Fairy Lock is also cool, so we can net a free KO afterwards. We can also Vest Thunderous Therian that can do a lot of damage to their team and kind of cripple that Rotom Wash on their side. A Choice Scarf Basculin that can either Wave Crash and do a ton of damage to their team, or Final Gambit, trade itself 1-for-1 for any of the Pokemon on their squad. And then a Choice Banded Cinderace, which is our one-stop way to take care of a TERA Fairy or TERA Grass Hydrapple, or just to be able to deal with a lot of other Pokemon on their team. We can get free easy KOs with Pyro Ball, Gunk Shot, and just pivot around with U-Turn. So that's going to be the team for this match. Hope you guys do enjoy. Let's get straight to the game. What's good, everyone? We're here for week 3, man. Week 3 of the PPL versus Daria. We see a TERA Fairy Hydrapple. I have TERA Poison Como and TERA Ghost on my Iron Treads. We see they did bring the Skeledirge, which is very, very annoying for my team, if I'm going to be honest. No Tink is nice. We do see Slowking plus Ursaluna. No Zapdos is really nice for me. I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of boots on their squad. They have no way to deal with hazards. I don't even know what the best lead option is here. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of good things. I like the Basculin. That's kind of the idea. I think we'll go with Basculin. This Darkrai is a little bit scary, but I have my Klefki. Obviously, I can't trick it the Lagging Tail, but I can trick something like the Hydrapple potentially. I guess their team is very slow in general. I'm definitely seeing Trick Room. Definitely a little bit worried. Need to get the nerves out. We're going to start off with Basculin because it's fun. And we can Final Gambit against Rotom. Honestly, I do like that, but with the Skeledirge around, might have to be a little bit careful. And I really want to keep my Cinderace around. I think if we see Rotom lead, then we end up going... we end up flip turning out to my Thundurus. Could be a little bit annoying to take a lot of damage, but it is what it is. Okay. Tough crowd. Okay, this is fine. This thing will take a lot of damage. Slowking, Galar. I mean, if we were banded, we had the opportunity to just Oko this thing right here. So I think we're going to see them swap out. Yeah, a banded Wave Crash could just Oko this thing. We will just flip. Get some chip on this guy, potentially. I got to Treads as well. Honestly, I might go out to Como, though. Because if we're going to see Chilly Reception... As we don't do very much, so they look decently physically defensive. I'm just worried to see like Trick Room plus Chilly. I could go out into this guy. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. Go out to the keys early here. Because it covers for like a T-Wave or anything like that. We'll go for it. We might see Trick Room. We see T-Spikes. That's totally fine. I can pretty freely spin versus them. And I have TERA Poison Como that I could have gone out to there. I think I am just going to set up a Spike on this turn. Good chance that they have a lot of boots, but I can knock them off later. T-Spike's not quite what I expected. Definitely not. If they were max Fizz Def, I don't know if they would ever take that much. They're Fire Blast on this thing. That's crazy. As they do quite a big chunk as well. I mean, this could easily be a Thunderous angle and just click knockoff versus them. I kind of like that idea. It covers for Chili as well. I think we're going to make that play. I want to keep Klefki alive for the Fairy Lock. Yeah, I think this guy is somewhat like mixed defenses. Some sort of mixed defenses make a lot of sense to me here. So I think that Thundy might be able to do a good chunk. Volt Switch is annoying for them. I can also just straight up knock, which is the plan. Yeah, they do Chili. So that works out for me. Most stuff I'm actually just straight up clicking the knockoff into. I don't think Darkrai should come out because I can potentially just, you know, be Choice Scarf with Focus Blast. So I never think that Pokemon comes out. It could be the Hydrapple, and if it is, I'd probably just attack it. Hydrapple, I mean, Terra Fairy, if they're not Assault Vest, they're easily 2-hit KO'd. If they are, they might be 2-hit KO'd. Just depending on how HP invested they are. They go out to the Rotom, which is fine. Rotom, a wash. Now, this thing is not going to be able to do too much to me. So I could definitely knock it off. I feel like I kind of want to Volt Switch, but I don't take a hit super well. Hydro Pump is very, very free here. So I kind of like the Sludge Wave just to be able to do a lot of damage to this guy. I think that's important to me, is doing that huge chunk. Whew, that is a good chunk, man. As they are screens. Okay. I'm definitely going to knock this turn because it covers if they want a Pain Split as well. And we'll get rid of the Light Clay. Now, this is definitely unfortunate. I did face screens in mocks. Screens are a little bit annoying, though. Definitely very annoying. Because it, you know, warrants a lot of setup on their side. The Hydrapple and the Darkrai are both very scary. But that did so much. They're like no HP at all. They're absolutely just no HP. For it to take 45 like that. And we get a huge chunk off. We do see Pain Split, which is expected. It's very annoying. But we at least knocked off the Light Clay. They can Hydro. Through Light Screen, I'm not doing a crazy amount, but I don't want to let any damage on my other Pokemon. This Thundurus is really good versus them, but I don't need it. So I'm going to Sludge Wave this turn. Maybe get a Poison would be great. They are just going to set up the Reflect. So, I mean, I'm stalling these screens decently well. I think it's either just another Sludge Wave or a Grass Knot. What if they bring in the Ursaluna on this turn? I mean, a Grass Knot would be a great play. It's not going to do very much if they don't, so I don't get punished super hard by... Yeah, I think this is very free. I'm a Grass Knot. Come on, give me Ursaluna. Give me Ursaluna. Panic, that could be... Boom! Boom, beautiful read. That's an absolutely beautiful read. It does nothing, by the way. That just did absolutely zero. Is there probably like Assault Vested or something? Okay, Body Slam versus me always knocks me out. What's the play? I mean, with the Rotom chipped, the Basculin looks so good later in this game. Man, it looks super good. What's the play here? Is it just to attack again? I mean, it's always to attack this, I think. I could go Keys. They're never clicking a ground type attack. I could go into TREADS. I think I'm going to Grass Knot. I think I'm going to Grass Knot again. I'm going to get the chip damage off on this thing. Bring them very low. They're going to bulk up. That's good. That's good. This thing's dead next turn. So we'll take that. This thing should definitely die here. Easiest Grass Knot of my life. I'm not going to overpredict. They're Custap, and they just got in range, man. They just did. +1 Facade's easily going to take me out there. Wow. That's so tough, man. If I just got a low roll there, I was in a great position. But now through Reflect and +1 defense, what's the play here? Because TREADS doesn't knock it out. I think it's got to be Basculin. Basculin Wave Crash is kind of what it's got to be, but that lets in Hydrapple for free. It's not looking great. Okay, we'll go Basculin. I'm going to get poisoned. It's going to be annoying. I want to check the screen's turns. They have one more of Reflect. I mean, Wave Crash is free. They could potentially save this thing. I don't think there's a need to. I think they just sack it off. I think that makes the most sense. They withdraw, so it's probably Hydrapple. Bradley. Yeah, it's Drapple. This thing's not going to take any damage, but they do take damage from the spikes, which is huge. Man, if I just clicked Final Gambit there, that actually put me in a really good position. But the play here, to me, feels like it should just always be Klefki. If you want to Earth Power and predict that, that's okay. I think it's just always Klefki. And then, I mean, you're not tearing this turn. You're just going to plot. That's all right. Light screen's gone. What is my best option here? Is it Spikes? Is it Fairy Lock? Honestly, if I Fairy Lock, then I can go out to Banded Cinderace and I'll always knock them out afterwards. So I think that's going to be the play here. I'd love to get up another Spike, though. I'm just going to Fairy Lock. And then if we see Earth Power here, then I'm fine. Yeah, okay. Yep, we're just going to go Cinderace. And through no Reflect, I always knock them out, even if they're max Fizz Def. With my Choice Band here. Even if they want to Terra Fairy. Obviously, I'm poisoned, which is annoying. But it's okay. All I have to do is hit a Gunk Shot here. Easier said than done. But Fairy Lock at least worked for what I wanted it to. Come on. Just gotta hit this. Cinderace, don't let me down. Do not let me down. This Pokemon needs to go. This is one of the good scenarios with Fairy Lock. It is unfortunate because now the Darkrai is super scary into me. But I have Como and I have Iron Treads. Alright, I got both of them still. Really wishing that on turn 1 I just went hard Como. And I could have got my Terra Poison off. But it is what it is. Don't tell me miss. Okay, beautiful. This thing's dead. Goodbye. Goodbye, Hydrapple. And now we are a Poison type. I don't think that really matters for much. It's pretty cool, though. Definitely pretty cool. If we see Slowking come in, or if we see Glowking come in, then I very much assume for them to click Fire Blast. And I'm thinking we go Basculin on it. I'm thinking definitely Basculin, and then we can just click Wave Crash into them. I think Wave Crash should 2-hit KO the Rotom. They were screens. Like, they weren't... I don't know how defensive they are. I think they should just die. As we do see Gloking. Gonna take a Spike, which is nice. I'm gonna go hard Basculin. I think we're gonna see Fire Blast come out here. That's definitely what I'm expecting. If it's Chilly, that's also fine. It's Future Sight. Okay. That's cool. It's a solid play for sure. And I also think this thing's going to be Shucka. I really do. I think it's Wave Crash always here. I mean, I get a huge chunk of damage off on this Pokemon if they stay in, which they do. Yeah, that is a huge chunk. And are they even going to attack me here? Nope, they just Chilly out. That's great. I think a screen versus me would be pretty tough. There's no Light Clay anymore. I mean, I don't know how much investment that guy has, the Rotom. They might just die to a Wave Crash. They may just end up dying. And if not, they are so low that TREADS is in a position where it can totally win this game. They do go out to Hose. And this thing's not as low as I would hope. I think I will just Wave Crash it though, because it'll do a ton. Like, this is adaptability, max attack. Yeah, that is a ton of damage to a typical just like free switch to it. They're gonna set up the Reflect here, which is annoying for sure. Take the Future Sight. We should die here. Yes, we do. So now it's interesting. I mean, I can go Cinderace and actually just U-turn for free. I think that's always the play. I think the Skeleturge in the back might be able to win, though. U-turn does 32 min through Reflect. Man, it does so much. Yeah, I'm just going to U-turn out here. Yep, goodbye to the Rotom. I mean, it could be me going out to Como here. It definitely could be. Is that the right play? Because I think TREADS can win the game. I'm going to go out to Como. I'm going to make the Como play here. Stops them from going Darkrai for sure. And if they go Gloking, I might just be able to knock them out with an Earthquake. Because we are very strong. We will see. It stops them from going... Well, I guess there's a Reflect up. So they're never going to die to an Earthquake. Have to keep that in mind. They go out to the Skeleturge, right? Yep. This thing cannot Torch Song me. They can't Wisp me either, which is actually pretty nice. Through Reflect, I'm going to do just about nothing, but I'll break a Shucka at the very least. They can definitely Hex me and be annoying, but I'm just going to click the Earthquake. Stall out the screens. And I just need Chip on this thing. I need to bring it into TREADS range. Yeah, I mean, it's not very much damage. And they can't Torch Song me. You gotta know better than that. I really was thinking about being Terra Normal on this thing, and that would be beautiful right now, because I would just beat this thing 1v1. But unfortunately, no. Did about 20%, so this is max Def. So good to keep in mind. I'm just gonna Earthquake again. They can recover if you would like. Nope, it's just gonna be Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball did about 90. Which is expected. I mean, screens should be gone pretty soon. I don't think they can keep this up forever. Yeah, this is last turn of screens. And this Pokemon always gets in range of everything. If you want to, you know, slack off here, that's fine. Yep, I'm just going to get extra damage on you next turn. The Reflect is completely gone. This should be doing 40 to 50-ish. Which means I always get damage off on you at the end of the turn, putting you into the TREADS range. Yep. And this is going to have to be another come-from-behind victory, just like last week versus Ellie. I can definitely do it, because TREADS looks incredible in this game. TREADS just looks absolutely insane. Those T-Spikes are very annoying, though, for this scenario, because I probably would have just been able to stall them out because of the mass amount of damage that we're doing. It is what it is. I can't be mad. I mean, I can be a little mad. Yeah, that is huge damage with Earthquake there. Just going to keep slacking it off. I mean, if I crit you, it's doing 60 to 70%. That would be amazing. I mean, are you just going to slack off again in this turn? Maybe if you just slack off forever, then you might be able to beat this. Maybe I should have been counting your slack offs. Yeah, that's decent damage. We do just see slack off again. Yeah, that's annoying. What do we think about going out to TREADS on this turn? I totally could, or Ace. Oh man, TREADS totally wins this game if this thing gets any chip. How much chip does Pyro Ball do? Cinderace Pyro Ball, I think it puts it into range of TREADS. It does. It's just Earthquake forever, and then Pyro Ball forever. That's big damage. We do see a Shadow Ball on this turn. And we're going to go down to the Poison. This thing should totally be in TREADS range. 71% is the minimum. So yeah, we just go TREADS and we EQ. It's the Darkrai that I'm worried about not taking care of. And I also could just get flinched by them. I mean, it's easily just Earthquake here. Go Darkrai for no reason. Go Darkrai for absolutely zero reason. They're 60%, so they always die to this thing. Maybe? Does Cinderace just die to Darkrai? We don't die. Maybe I hard swap Cinderace in and get a Sucker Punch off? I might die after Poison. We'll have to see. But they could be in a bad spot here. I really hope that they, I guess, like, Focus Blast into me with Darkrai. I think Dark Pulse always makes sense for them. Yeah. They do just let me have this guy. Goodbye, Dirge. But at this point, it's really tough to break down the Darkrai. Iron Treads versus Darkrai. I always get 2-hit KO'd by Dark Pulse. I think I would need, like, a Rapid Spin into a crit Earthquake would always knock them out. You got the tough crowd. Okay. I mean, this thing is just Shuck Us with Fire Blast, right? I have my TERA intact here. I'm just Earthquaking. They double out. Okay, so they're not Shucka. Is this just Darkrai? No, okay, this is the sack. That's fine. If I Rapid Spun there, Man, that would be nice. What is this Darkrai? I mean, maybe they think that I could be AV? I don't know. I guess I could always Terra Ghost. Maybe they're just baiting out the Terra Ghost. This is a crazy endgame. I think I'm definitely on the losing side of it, but who knows? Maybe their Darkrai is like too bulky. Maybe they're like the bulky max HP Darkrai's with no special attack investment, and I don't get too KO'd by Dark Pulse. And Rapid Spin into double Earthquake knocks them out. They do go Darkrai. They take Spikes. Cinderace, I think the play here. If I sack Cinderace and click Sucker Punch, like if I go Cinderace right now, I should live. I get Sucker Punch chip on this guy. I will get like 30 to 40. They'll be around 50. Treads will be able to knock it out then. I think that's my end game here. Is go to this Cinderace and maybe like try to show them that we're scarfed. I don't know. It's got to be Sucker here from me. Every time. That's how I try to win this game. They stay in. Boom, we get the damage. That is so close to being in range. I think this thing's got to be scarfed. Treads does 56.9 minimum. 56.9 minimum. We just do not get flinched. Yeah, they're in range. We just do not get flinched here. If they Focus Blast, it's fine as well. The Dark Pulse, do not do it. Don't do it. Okay. This is doable. They die. Whoa, Treads. The Slowking Galar has Fire Blast. I have my Terra intact. They might just straight up die. Fire Blast through my Terra Ghost. I should always live. I think they just die anyways. By Terra Ghost EQ. Come on. Let's go, Treads. This thing is not Shucka. They're not Shucka. They're Culber. They're something. Don't be Shucka. And let me do it. Let me complete the comeback a second week in a row. Come on. Come on. I want this. It comes down to the last turns here. Earthquake, please. They live. They Fire Blast and they miss. They miss. Not like it mattered. I always lived. I always lived. And we take home a 1-0 victory right here. Unless you're Custap. You're not Custap. Custap with a crit could have won it there. GG's to Daria. Oh my goodness. What a comeback from Iron Treads, man. The Cinderace Sucker Punch was so clutch to put the Darkrai right in range. We're 3-0 in the PPL. Not with great differential because we have 2 1-0 wins. But still, 3-0 is huge against these crazy good battlers. Make sure you go check them out. Daria is an insane battler. Super fun content to watch. So yeah, go check them out. Links in the description. But whew, cannot believe I won that game. GG's. If you guys did enjoy, like I said, leave a like and subscribe. Trying to get to 500 by the end of the year. We're getting pretty close. But yeah, that's about it. See you in the next one. Peace.